gonna go paint a ceiling. I will get right to the point. We have a guest bedroom. It currently looks like this. It is mostly used by the puppy, but that's no reason to not make it look better. Inquiring minds would like to know, do you want the guest bedroom to look better? Great words, thank you for that. Do you have any opinions on decor style, color choices, anything? I'll take that as a no. Let's go get some stuff, shall we? Thanks for agreeing to this interview. It's been enlightening. Booty, 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 booty. Look at your happy little face.
Good job.
I think we can do this.
Can we do all that?
That's fine.
Why don't we just move it here to the middle of the room?
Boom! Yay.
Dangerous.
Oh, good times. Okay. Ooh, that was dangerous. Now that I have gathered supplies and moved everything out of the room, and therefore I cannot back out of doing this project, let's talk plans. Now it's echoey in here. What a perfect place to talk. The base idea for the whole room is, of course, the bird lamps. I bought these I don't know, how long have we lived here? Over a year ago now? I definitely bought them over a year ago. They took forever to arrive. But I got the idea of bird lamps in my head somehow, and this is one of 2 options that I found in a lot of searches of the internet. People are not making enough bird lamps, y'all. So because I had the bird lamps, the whole idea for the room was birds. I wanted to wallpaper in here, but not the entire room. So I figured it would be best to start small, aka an accent wall. Although apparently that's not on trend anymore to do accent walls. Do I care? No. Do what you want to your house, y'all. Following trends for the place that you inhabit is so pointless to me. The whole point of this space is to make you feel good and happy and comfortable and cozy. So why would you ever just do what's on trend? Anyway, tiny rant over. So I basically went online and searched bird wallpapers and then got a whole bunch of samples. I think these are all from Wallpaper Direct. And then once I had all those samples, it was time to consult Matt. He has slightly more opinions on this room than anything else so far in the house, simply because his parents are honestly the people who use this room the most. So fair enough, I have taken his opinions into consideration. This is the wallpaper that he approved, which is great. I already liked it, that's why I got it. He liked it, perfect. And it gave me my whole color palette because you've got the dark blue, the slate gray of the herons, and then these kind of goldish browns in between. So cool. That's the whole color palette. This room is definitely going to be a little darker than I would normally do any other room. I am such a light person. I need everything to be bright and light. But Again, no one really uses this room. It's really just for having guests, and it's for the puppy to sleep in at night, because for some reason he freaking loves this room. So I figured, of all the places in the house, this is the best place to do a darker room than I would normally do, yeah? This is my to-do list. It's massive and very, very detailed, which is how I always need it to be on home renovations. I need like every single step laid out for me. Painting, wallpaper, trim, baseboards. We're replacing the door on the room, and guess what? In the midst of this project, I am also finally going to change out the door on my studio and get someone to hang a new one and hopefully do a better job so my studio door will close. Yay! Step one was buying supplies. Step 2 was removing everything out of the room. So I've already done step 1 and 2, and that feels great. Step 3, demolition! I feel like I need like hardcore rock playing. Demo! But I will actually probably be listening to like peaceful piano music. Before we start absolutely destroying the guest bedroom, let's hear a word from today's sponsor, FlexiSpot. One possible reason that the puppy likes the guest room more than any other room in the house is that it's carpeted. This kid loves to run, but the hardwood floors in the rest of this house are a dangerous game for his little slippy slidey paws. I have really been wanting to get some rugs for this house, not just to make his zoomies safer, but also to give some color to the rooms we have yet to decorate. And FlexiSpot came through at just the right time with their new line of washable rugs. These rugs come in a variety of designs and sizes, and my top priority was a nice long runner for our runner. A rug in the hallway will really warm up the space and give him some traction, especially since FlexiSpot's rugs come with a rubber backing that keeps them from slipping and sliding around. It was so easy to assemble the backing pieces like a giant puzzle and then roll out that lovely soft rug on top. We attached it at the corners with their Velcro strips, and check it out, no curling edges to trip you up or get caught in the vacuum. That makes these super easy to clean, something my fellow pet owners will really appreciate. But sometimes there's more than just fur or crumbs or dust to clean up. I am not a careful person. I have been known to spill things frequently. So when the rug needs a thorough cleaning, you can just pull off the top super easily and throw the whole thing in the wash. Yep, even their very biggest 9 by 12 foot rug, like this beautiful one I got for our bedroom, can fit in a standard washing machine. They're also super durable. Another giant yes please for me. I want a rug that's gonna last a long time, so it's gotta be ready for claws, spills, and muddy paws. Y'all know I'm a big fan of beautiful and practical mashed together, and FlexiSpot's rugs are exactly that. Bringing color and warmth to a room, making the zoomies that much safer, and prioritizing easy cleanup. If you'd like to check out FlexiSpot's washable rugs for yourself, then click the link in the description below and use code RUG10OFF at checkout to save 10%. Thank you to FlexiSpot for sponsoring this video and sending me such lovely rugs for our home. Back to the demolition! Y'all, this room is what you would call cozy as far as how much light reaches it. Oh! So combined with rainy days and working late or early at times, this whole video is gonna have quite cinematic lighting, aka dark. 'Tis what it is, just bear with me. I don't know, maybe it'll look cool.
Please, 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 don't prove I'm right.
I'm grabbing Matt's help while I can and having him replace all the outlets in the room because I still don't really like messing with electricity.
Which one's hot? Hot?
It's not like I don't think I can do it, I just know how lacking in care I can be, and we don't need any extra fire risks around here.
Oh, drama time.
No, I need this.
Oh, baby. I got Stuart too.
Yeah, no.
Puppy, what's happening over there?
Meanwhile, I'm taking out a bunch of the little stuff, like the old plastic finger pulls in the closet doors.
That worked. Is that so nice?
I also made a big drapey drop cloth covered sculpture in the center of the room since we were not in the mood to break the bed frame down and get it out of here. We will work around it. Removing the baseboards and trim was so much easier this time around, thanks to the addition of a little crowbar to my tool stash. Still, there's always gotta be a problem child. And it wouldn't be a good demolition without some surprises either. That's just a straight up hole in our house. Last thing for today is removing that entry door, and as you may recall from my studio renovation, this house was blessed with the old landlord special, despite never having been a rental. Last time it took me literal ages to remove the screws that had been caked with paint, so this time I used a little stripper. I feel like there's a pun to be made, but I can't think of one.
Way faster.
And it was significantly easier, even though I didn't really scrub the paint itself off. And with that, I'm wrapping it up for the night, because the next thing on my list is my most hated nemesis, sanding. You know what? Let's just skip all that footage. You don't want to see me get all hot and sweaty and covered in tiny paint particles and annoyed as crap with this entire process. That's no fun. Skip ahead, skip ahead. Well, that was every bit as unpleasant as I'm sure you can imagine it was. Big yawn. But it's done. We have vacuumed in here like 5 times. We've cleaned the entire walls twice. We're ready to paint, y'all. We're gonna start with the light gray slate kind of color, which goes on the window wall and on the ceiling. To the window wall. And here's the deal. The last time that I painted a ceiling in a video, I climbed up and down a ladder 5 million times, and everyone in the comments said, no, just get a long pole with a roller on the end so you can paint the ceiling from floor level. It's not like I hadn't considered that option. I do research sometimes. I just don't trust myself with a long pole that has a bunch of paint on the end. Like, first of all, my arms are incredibly weak. However weak you are thinking, think weaker. Second of all, have I mentioned that I'm not a careful person? I made so many whoopsie daisies, even with the paint roller held this close to my center of gravity. So putting it all the way out there just seems like not a great idea to me. Look at that butt. You know what does seem like a great idea? Getting myself a pair of stilts. So this isn't totally random. Am I in frame? I think so. It's not totally random. I do have prior experience with stilt walking, and the whole fun story about that is up on the second channel. But yeah, this seemed easier to me than a long pole with a roller on the end. And more fun. Nice and close to the ceiling. Hey, bud. Are you so confused? I do want to mention here that safety equipment is important when you're stilt walking. The only reason I'm okay not using a helmet and pads right now is because due to the ceiling height here, there's literally nowhere in the room I can be without having a surface to brace against. And as you'll observe, I was doing a lot of bracing. Probably should have waited to get up here until after lunch, when I have more in my stomach than just, you know, coffee. Meh.
1/4 done.
The handy thing about doing the lightest color first is that I can be fun and fancy-free around all the edges. No taping off or cutting in or anything necessary, because all the bloopies will be covered with either darker blue paint or wallpaper. Tomorrow shall begin the saga of tape and precision. The rainy day is very aesthetic and cozy for painting, but oof, that lighting. Nothing to be done about it, is what I thought at the time. The more gray I paint, the worse the lighting gets. That viewpoint came back to bite me once I finally moved my softbox in here and found a whole bunch of thin areas. Whoops!
Round 2.
Good thing I have just enough paint left for a second coat.
Oh, Lord. All right, embrace the mess.
I'm leaving myself absolutely none of this color for touch-ups later, which I might regret, but oh well, such is life. And since the gray needs to thoroughly dry and set before I put tape on top of it, I'm all done for today. Time to reward myself with a puzzle. Yay. The sun is halfway out today, so that's halfway helpful. As far as lighting goes. Round 2 of painting is going to be the navy blue, and it's gonna be this wall and then the wall that has both the entry door and the closet doors on it, so it's more of just little strips around the existing doors. Let's get painting. My arm already sore. Yo, I have no muscles. I'm pretty sure they don't exist. Oh, she's thick. Definitely a lot darker than I would be willing to do in any other room, but I think it'll be okay here. Remember when I said that I would regret not leaving myself any of the gray paint to do touch-ups with? Do I know myself or what? I am not careful. I think I'll just go get one of like the sample containers of the same color, like real small, and then I can touch up everything at the end. 'Cause I'll have to. Looks like a chalkboard. Rather than watch paint dry, I'm heading outside to start staining all the trim and baseboards. Y'all, wood stains are so hard to match to stuff. I was going for a color similar to the goldish brown in the wallpaper, or at least something kinda close to the color of the ceiling fan. Ended up with a super red color. Great. At least the only thing I stained was the pole that goes inside the closet. Not super picky about that. Round 2 of stain choices, and this one better be correct because I do not want to go back to the hardware store right now. Nor do I want to start a collection of unused wood stains in the garage. Yeah, I'm gonna call that good enough. I like the undertones. Not too red or orange. Better? I think. It's coming together, y'all. Time for all the trim, including these giant closet doors, which I did not sand as thoroughly as I probably should have. I kind of bailed because I hate sanding so much. Oh well. Let me go change into something considerably more smelly because I've been sweating in it for 2 days straight now. I'm gonna wash it after today. It's gross. That wasn't really information you needed. You're welcome. I don't know why I'm using this tiny brush for the trim, but it's too late, I've committed. And I'm really trusting the process here because the first layer goes on terribly and looks like everything is gonna be awful. And then you put on the second layer and all is well and fine and good and we can stop panicking, okay? Oil stain. Dang it. I get stains on everything. The coveralls are officially in the wash. The paint stuff is cleaned up. It is time for wallpaper. Yay! So the last time I wallpapered anything, I was maybe like 12 years old, and my mom had decided to finally switch out the yellow and green lemon theme of our kitchen that had been there since before I was born with a cute little cheery apple theme. I have almost no memories of that experience, except that 4 hands are better than 2. So, Mateusz!
So, what you doing?
I don't know.
So many steppies.
So much steppy happening. Boink.
11 yards.
11
square
yards.
Feet. What does that even mean? We have real measurement here. We have centimeters.
Yeah, but we just measured the wall in not centimeters. Do you want to measure the wall in centimeters? 255.
Okay.
How do I know metric better than you?
Fair enough. It's a lot of birds.
Are you a part of this puppy? Hello! Oh, thank you. Don't walk over the wallpaper, please.
Take your booty out of there.
We're so good at math! Puppy, that's not helpful. Glue time!
There's already hair in there.
There's always gonna be hair. I'm gonna go put on shorts.
Okay.
I think it's less delicate than we think it is. This is going well.
That's unfortunate.
I think we're all good. One down, 6 to go.
Hi, puppy. Are you interested in what's happening?
Always. Where is some of the glue on it this time?
Because we did it right.
Look at that.
Why do I have some?
There's glue everywhere.
Ooh! It's hot! Woohoo! We got news for you.
Is it
And you better
raining?
Huh? Everything's a little bit sticky now.
Ah,
Sorry.
glue in my thigh.
Oh, watch out.
Oh god. You got it.
Power.
I have faith in you. Oh.
I'm getting hungry.
I know. And today, also tomorrow and tomorrow and tomorrow, we're wrapping up the base room renovations with trim and baseboards. Yay!
209.25 centimeters.
We're going metric, y'all. Ooh. My stain has thoroughly dried now, and having learned my lesson from the studio renovation that took 6 weeks, I rented a miter saw this time. We really don't have the space to store a clunky mass of metal like this, so yeah, renting it for 24 hours when I'm working on a room is a great solution. Also, Matt is all into helping me today just because he likes playing around with saws and nail guns, so huzzah, this should be quick and relatively easy, right? Right?
Well, we can't really fix that.
Not without ripping the whole thing out and then having to buy a new one.
What? Oh.
That's level.
Oh, because the whole house is crooked. Okay.
Ugh. Okay.
Where are those bolt cutters that we got? They just kept going, huh?
You also push the shelf upward.
Oh yeah, I did that on that side too.
Is the paint all cracked there?
Yes. It just moved a few times.
Yeah, I think you have to sliver this one again. I crammed the other one in there, but I don't think I can do with this. Hi. Thank you.
This is also perfect.
Bam! We're done.
There's always more to the process than I remember, like patching up the corners with putty and then adding what I'm just gonna call silicone so no one gets a giggle all around the edges.
Oh, you can go a lot faster than I thought.
Yeah.
Hence, it is now night and the next day, and we're still at it.
Wow, this corner looks great. We should have me edit one of your videos one day.
Edit one of my videos?
Yeah, because I'm with it.
Sure, we could do it as a joke thingy.
It would not be a joke. It would be the best one by far for the kids, at least. See, that's where I would put a bruh sound effect.
Okay.
Or the guy say, "What?"
Let me know if you want Matt to edit one of my videos. He has promised many memes and sound effects.
Oh my god, stop going in the crack and go in the hole.
I'm quite pleased with this already, y'all. We just have a couple things left to do in this video, in this renovation, and some things that I'm gonna do later. So first of all, I was gonna make a duvet cover, like buy fabric and make one myself, but I went looking for fabric just to get an idea of, you know, what was out there and what the price was and everything, and I didn't find anything, which was fine because I didn't plan on doing this right now. But when we went to buy a chair that evening, I found this duvet cover and it's the perfect color, and Matt actually liked it, which is rare. So we were like, you know what, let's just go ahead and buy that. And I like that it has sort of the fabric manipulation on it because my plan is to make some decorative pillows for this room, because I can, and use a bunch of fabric manipulation styles, like smocking and such. So that'll be a future video, keep an eye out for that. This mirror is gonna be hanging up behind the door, and I want to do something with the frame because it's just very white and bright right now, even though you won't see it most of the time when the door is open. You know, I figure there's something I could do with that. I don't have any ideas right now though, because altering a mirror frame is not something that I've ever intended to do before or looked up. So if you have ideas of how I could alter this mirror frame to make it fit better with the room theme, let me know. I'm still spinning on that, but that'll be a whole project of its own. This is like an IKEA mirror we got back when we were living in New York, and it's like, why get rid of it? It's perfectly fine. Might as well just find a way to make it fit in the existing space, yeah? Over here, there is eventually going to be a TV. Laysai. I'm not a fan, personally, of TVs in bedrooms, but Matt wanted one in here, and we have to compromise sometimes, so eventually he's gonna hang that up, not right now. And then I'm hoping there's at least space around it to put some artwork. I'd like to make some artwork that goes with this room, especially like right here over the chair, I think would be a great place. So I have some ideas for just like cool artwork I want to try, and this is a great room to try it out in. We got the chair last night, and we found this lamp to go with it. I usually have terrible luck finding lamps, but it's got the like gold or brass technically accents that we're going for. And my whole thing was like, oh, we'll just keep this on here for now because I would like to make my own lampshade or cover my own lampshade. You seem really far away. Better. So my whole thing was like, this'll work for now. It doesn't really go with the colors, but that's fine. And I'll eventually just replace this with my own lampshade, which I still might do. But last night we discovered that this does the coolest lighting effect. Look at that. It's so cool, and especially at night when it's all cozy in here, it just looks so awesome. So now I'm so in love with this and what it does that I'm not sure I'll want to replace it. So I don't know, debates there. But the last thing we're gonna do in this video is drapes. I can't show too much of the window or the camera freaks out and makes everything silhouette. The blinds in this entire house are kind of like right at that stage where every single one of them has something broken and they're like heavy and clunky. So like in my studio, we've just kind of been taking them out as we go. I say that like we've been doing it a lot. This is only the second room we've done. Instead of replacing them in here though, we figured we would go with double curtains. So a nice like sheer curtain that we can keep closed for privacy, but still get the light through. And then a nice heavy curtain over that that can be closed at night if somebody is sleeping in here. And of course, I'm gonna make those myself because of course. So this was a really lucky or amazing, oh, we're very washed out now. This camera's struggling today. It was an amazing fabric find, which is another great reason to let your project ideas or room themes sit for a little bit because you find stuff while it's sitting. These came from Remainders, so $4 a yard. It was 2 different colors, but they're definitely in the same shade range. There wasn't like enough of one color for me to be like, that's definitely enough for the curtains. But I figured I would just get both and like stripe them and then do pleats with it and it'll look really cool. So yeah, I like had the lamps and I had the wallpaper just sitting for months before I got to doing this room. But in those months, I found incredibly cheap curtain fabric. Yay! The sheer ones though, we just decided to do a few days ago. So I was like, okay, let me run out. I'll go to Joann and then I'll go back to Remainders and see what I can find. Didn't have to go back to Remainders because Joann clearance blessed me. Although I will say, Joann clearance is still more expensive than Remainders. But I found this. It's a very light gray, which I wanted. I didn't want something that was like a stark white sheer or a cream sheer because white and cream just both kind of stand out in that room as like, this is not exactly the right tone. This is a very, very light gray. It's basically perfect, exactly what I wanted. My only fear was that there wasn't enough of it, so I would just bought everything that was left on the bolt, which ended up being 8 yards, and I was like, okay, that's probably enough, because like curtains take a lot of fabric. Then I got it home and unfolded it and realized that it's like double width. This fabric is so wide. Now I can't find the end, you'll just have to trust me. It's so wide. So I think 8 yards is way more than I needed, but oh well. Good chat? Let's make some curtains. After a bit of testing and measuring, I decided I would indeed use all 8 yards of this fabric, just slicing it in half down the center and straightening out the edges. After that, these simple kind of curtains are just a bunch of straight seams. So freaking easy. Yes, yes, yawn away. Okay. Woo! That's one. I am going to hem them quite a bit though, because I'm not personally a fan of drapes laying on the floor. It just seems like a way to pick up dust and dog fur. I didn't want to cut any fabric off though. I don't know, my brain said, what if you want them longer someday? So I just folded it all up, which gives the hems this nice thick weighted section to them that I think is pretty lovely. Yo, we have doors! Yay! Love this one. Goes with the room so well. But this isn't the only one. Door on my studio! Yay! It's been 1 whole year. Which isn't that much, but that's kind of a lot to not have a door that closes on your studio. We had to get an entirely new door. The guy who hung up the doors this time was great. He did it so well. I added a little doorstop back here. I kind of like that it's just random and in the middle of nowhere, but it's gonna keep that wall protected. And then yes, I finally got to use my doorknob. Yay! Alice in Wonderland doorknob on my Mary Poppins themed room. Don't question it. I am pleased. Let's go make some curtains. The outer drapes will not be quite as simple, or anywhere near as simple. Step one was figuring out what the crap I'm doing, a task which required much snack.
This is the curtain rod right here. That's the floor. So this is the direction the pattern is going.
Okay.
Do you care about that?
No.
In the end, Matt suggested I do the top 2/3 or so of the drapes in the darker fabric hue with the bottom section in the lighter one, rather than going with my original stripe idea. And since I was overthinking about it, I said, sure, let's do it. Hopefully it'll look purposeful and not weird.
Are you holding on to your piggy?
Y'all, I did not expect the drapes to be the thing in this room that kicked my butt.
What the? No. How long ago did I run out of bobbin thread? Oh, all the way back there. All the way back at the beginning. We're doing great. Never needed anybody's help in any way. Oh good.
I put them on my schedule as like a one-day project, maybe 2 if I had other stuff to do at the same time, but they're drapes. How hard can they be, right?
Look at the boys. Isn't he having such a grand old time?
Turns out, pretty dang hard. Also pretty dang heavy, like ridiculously heavy, and therefore absolutely exhausting to work with. My arms hurt.
Why am I holding my breath while doing this? That's not helpful.
I'm holding my breath too.
Let's stop holding our breath.
After many days, at least 4 I'd have to say, but I've kind of lost track, I had only completed 1 panel. And I hate it. I hate it so much. I hate how it drapes. I hate the colors in here. They seemed better before. Now I don't like them. I hate the way the pleating looks on top. And I'm also afraid that they're so heavy, they're going to rip a hole out of our wall. Like, there's crackage. It's a legitimate fear. I thought this is drapery fabric, but maybe it's upholstery fabric? And maybe there's a difference between those two things. I kind of thought they were the same thing. I don't know. I've definitely interacted in the past with drapes that are thick and heavy, but like maybe that was in theaters and not in a bedroom. It just doesn't look good. So I don't really have much desire to spend all the time making the second panel if I don't like how these look. You know? I threw this random piece of more flowy navy blue fabric that I have up here, and like, this is what I want. This is the color that I want. It matches the navy blue in the rest of the room. This is the kind of flowiness that I want. Ultimately, what we need is something that will block the light, since we did choose to remove the blinds. But that doesn't mean it needs to be that thick or weigh that much. This is the look I was going for. I know when to call it quits, or rather to give myself a break. I think that's important, and now is that time. We're gonna say that this room is done for now. We are not gonna have guests in here for another couple months, so in that amount of time, I can go look for a better fabric for the drapes and make something simpler that will not break my brain and my back. It's a shame to have spent that time on making those, but like, that's how stuff goes. Sometimes you try something and you spend a lot of time on it and it doesn't work out. And I'm not gonna waste the fabric. I will, of course, put it all back in my closet and hopefully find other reasons to use it in the future. But yeah, I wanted to make some really cool decorative pillows anyway, so when I do that, I'll add the drapes. And for now, I am just happy that I can stop pulling out my hair over these drapes. Y'all, seriously, it's been so unnecessarily stressing me out. Let's put in the final touches and take a look at the room with some fake drapes for now, because I still want to see it with the look that I had envisioned. Oh my god, you're so cute. How do you like my fake drapes? That worked out pretty well. I'm totally leaving them there until I make the real ones. I felt like there wasn't much stilt walking in this video in the end. The ceiling did not take long to paint, and all my footage was out of focus, cause, you know, it's hard to check that when you're all the way up here. I just figured I'd jump back up here for the end, cause why not? Also, y'all, putting in like decoratively matching vents is my new favorite thing. Totally worth it. I'm really pleased with this room. Every time I walk by now and just glance out of the corner of my eye and see painted walls and furniture and like stuff in here, I'm just like, eep! Another room in the house that's, I don't know, on purpose. It just feels more like it's ours now. We've actually been coming in here at night a lot of times to just like sit in here and enjoy the coziness and hang out. And I think that'll be even more so now that I've put in like plants and books and little bits and stuff here and there. This chair is fabulous. That was a great purchase. It's very comfy. I also feel like I've progressed so much already just in the skills of painting and putting in the trim and everything. And then we're learning new stuff with every room too. Like in this room, it was wallpaper. So every room of the house that we renovate, we're just gonna get better at doing stuff. It's gonna look better, I guess. I mean, I think this looks really good, but I think like the little tiny details that only we can see will look better because we'll get better at doing everything. And I really like that I'm learning new skills in this process of redoing the house. It's a blast. I'm gonna take a bit of a break before the next renovation because I always need some recovery time. So that means that you can give me your input on what you think I should do next. I am going for a smallish and kind of quickly achievable room. So the options are the foyer into the home, like the entryway area, my closet, or the like hall bathroom, the small one that's not connected to any of the bedrooms. So give me your thoughts on where I should go next, and bye. Did I mention how happy I am to be done with this room and this video, even though the room is not technically done? I'm very happy about it. I haven't even finished the puzzle that I started, not because it's super hard, but because I haven't been able to like sit down and focus on it, because my brain has just been very fractured between this and other projects and editing videos and stuff. Like I can't focus on anything. So I am so happy this is done. Okay, bye for real now. Do you have opinions? He appears to have opinions. You're laying on my microphone. Oops, Serena! Hello, small boy. That was such a big huff.
Very good pup.
Can I do summer swaps?
Very good pup. Uh-oh.
I can. Everything is fine. Ah, dress. Don't. No. Why? Oh, it's fully in the wheel. Do you keep stepping on things?
Good puppy, a plier. Are you afraid of pliers?
Ow. How do you manage to stab yourself so much? I need more space in my pants. The who's a what?
You heard me.
I've lost the plot of this video.